Hey Math Minions, for those of you that were absent, here are the notes that we did for page 80 on conversions, okay? So what we're talking about is changing one thing into another, converting. So the first thing I want to say is that to change a fraction, into a decimal, you have to divide the numerator by the denominator. Okay, and I have an oops here. When I originally typed it up, I wasn't paying attention, and this should be 4, and this should be a 3. And over here, this should be an 8, and this should be a 5. So there we go. Yours are correct, mine are not. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide. So if we have 3 half, you know what? Let me hit the focus here just real quick. That's a little bit better. So 3/4 is the same thing as 3 divided by 4. Okay, so 3 divided by 4. So if I do this, okay, I have to put my decimal in, make my invisible visible, and I'm probably going to need at least 1 0. So 4 can't go into 3. We just bring our decimal straight up. So 4 into 30. Well, 7 times 4 is 28. When we subtract, that leaves us 2 left over. We've got that 0 there. I added 2, so bring it down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. So now we're done. So our answer, 3/4, is the same thing. It equals 75/100, which kind of makes sense since 3/4 is the same thing as 3/4, which is 75 cents in money. Ha! All right, so let's look at the next one. We've got 5/8. So that means we're going to take 5 and we're going to divide it by 8. So 8 goes into 5 0 times. So let's say 8 goes into 50 6 times. 6 times 8 is 48. When we subtract, we get a 2. Bring that 0 down. 8 goes into 20 twice. 2 times 8 is 16. When we subtract, that gives us 4 left over. Let me move it over just a little bit. And then put another 0, bring it down. 8 goes into 40 5 times. 8 times 5 is 40. Boom! So this is our answer, 0.625 or 625 1/1000ths. All right? It is just that easy. You're just dividing. And of course, when you have a calculator in front of you, it's even easier. But I just showed you the long way. Now, when we're talking about percents, I need you to understand what the word percent actually means. All right? Percent means per 100. Okay? So percent, okay, because it's per cent. How many cents are in a dollar? 100. Okay, because a penny is 1 cent. That's where we get the word percent, per 100. Cool, eh? So, now to change a decimal into a percent, this is so easy. You're going to be like, no, it's got to be harder. No, it's not. It's really this easy. Move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Okay? So it's not a Beyonce song. It's not to the left. It's to the right. So here we go. We've got 5/10 here. If I move it 1 2 places, that means I've got, here, let me get that out of here. If I do 1 2, I have to stick a 0 there, and now I've got 50, and remember we're doing percent, so you got to add that percent sign, 50%. Now this one, I'm going to move it 1 2 places, so that gives me 12, and 0.5%. Yes, you can have a decimal as a percent. You can. It's no big deal. 12.5%. Woohoo! Continuing on, to change a fraction into a percent, so we're going to do some more percent, you must convert to a decimal. And then change the decimal into a percent. This is going to be so easy too. You're going to be like, what? Yes, it is just that easy. And the easy way to do this is to have a calculator. Yes, I did say calculator, and I meant it. I really, really meant it. And the magic has happened, and I have a calculator right here. So what we've got is 2/5. Remember I told you way up here, we take 5 divided by 2, clear. 5 divided by 2 equals, and you can see that the answer is 2 5/10, right? So what I'm going to do now, did I do that right? No, I did 2 divided by 5. No, I did 5 divided by 2. And it's, yeah, that's wrong. Ha! All right. 2 divided by 5 equals, there we go. Now we have 4/10. That's the right answer, because I'm looking at it going, what? So if I've got 4/10 up here, we remember, all we have to do is move that decimal 1, 2 places. So that equals 2 places equals 40%. See? Totally easy. So easy. Now, here we go. Let's change a percent into a decimal. Again, you guys are going to be like, it's got to be harder than this, Miss Sissel, because it's math. It's not. Okay? So we're going to clear. To change the percent into a decimal, you move the decimal point 2 places to the left, to the left. Yes, now we have a Beyonce song. Okay? So just like up here when we moved it to the right, now we're going to bring it back. Boom, boom, back 2 places. So this is going to be 43, move it. We like to move it, and then we move it, and now we have 43 100ths. And that is all there is to putting it in a decimal. And the last one, to change a decimal into a fraction, oh my gosh, use place value as the denominator. All right? So if this is your 10ths place, and this is your 100ths place, then that means we have 42 100ths. So 42 100ths. And now we can simplify. Both of these can be divided by 2. So we divide by the invisible 1 of 2 over 2. 42 divided by 2 is 21. 100 divided by 2 is 50. And that's our answer, my friends. Ta-da! It's just that easy. Go do conversions. Bye-bye.